Anywho.
But yeah, clean up the Hulk mess. Stop oversaturating Wolverine and Spider-Man. Give those guys a break, okay?
Oversaturate somebody else.
If anything, you know what? It's
more Nova.
It's just
I want Nova.
Because your book is failing, and you think, hey, make it a Wolverine team. I'll put Wolverine in there for a few issues.
Wolverine and D-Man.
If you think that's gonna really save your book, it's not. If anything, it's just make it in the long run. I think it made a lot of people tired of it.
Yeah, it was too much.
Yeah, and it gives you that safety button.
You know what,
that
Marvel?
easy button.
I will admit, Marvel did pull the plug when they started oversaturating Deadpool about a year ago. Deadpool, his run was, it was picking up steam, selling out left and right. Then you had the Deadpool Core, you had Deadpool Family, you had Deadpool Suicide, you had all these Deadpool one-shots in miniseries.
Why?
But Marvel pulled the plug at the right time, canceled all of it. Now Deadpool just has his one book, and it's still good. So I mean that's a good thing. You know, I guess they started worrying.
And that's how a character like Deadpool is great, having his own book, and then once in a while he pops in and does the Deadpool thing.
You don't need him, and like he doesn't even need to have so many books, let alone all these appearances. Yeah. You know.
Well, you could also say that with the Hulks too.
Oh
The Hulk loses a lot of like his own mystique.
Yeah, because you got all these other Hulks.
It's
like Hulk is not the strongest one there is anymore.
No, he's not. He's not that.
He's
monster you got to watch out for. You know, now you just got to prepare for the other three coming at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Go figure.
Go figure. Stop it.
Seriously.
That's what we're saying. Stop it. Get some writers.
That know what they're doing.
The best thing in the world.
Hire Jeff Johns to work for Marvel.
No. This is why I'm a big fan of DC is how they're able to really rotate their first, second, and third tier characters.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
They invest in some great writing. They invest in their creatives.
You know a good example.
What?
A good example of DC doing that was the 52 miniseries and the Countdown miniseries. Because remember, in the 52 issues, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman were MIA.
Yeah.
That series spotlighted all the minor characters. It made Animal Man cool again. You know, Starfire, The Question. It had so many characters nobody gave a crap about. Now, Animal Man sells out. Dude, look on the rack. We've got 2 copies left. You know, Animal Man sells like you wouldn't believe. We've got Animal Man. When was the last time Animal Man had a T-shirt, dude? We've got Animal Man T-shirts now.
It's a really cool T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's a really great graphic.
So, it's just like, you know, Marvel needs something like that.
I should go get a T-shirt.
Plug,
buy this at Dreamland.
Jeff Johns needs to work for Marvel. That's what I see. Him and Bendis. Get Bendis, Jeff Johns, Mark Millar.
Keep Winnick there. Judd Winnick does great stuff.
Well, Judd Winnick's with DC right now.
Yeah, that's why.
No.
I said keep.
Right, but we're transferring these guys. This is the Marvel brain trust.
I don't want that.
No, this is what we want. This is what we want for Marvel at the moment because Marvel needs.
Then you're gonna ruin DC. No, I disagree.
No, see what they got to do. You got to break out the whips and have them write the scripts for the next year, so they're set. So then they can borrow them over to Marvel.
Contracts. It's like
under the table, man.
Whatever,
under the table. You bring in Marvel needs to bring in. I like if they would just have their conference. Okay, this is who you need. You need Brian Bendis. You need Jeff Johns. I'll give you Judd Winnick. He's pretty damn good.
He's great, man. I'm a big fan.
You bring in that one guy that I was just thinking about that now I forgot. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You might want to slide in Grant Morrison every now and then, but just keep him for like consulting. Don't let him write anything, because then you're just gonna be scratching your head like, I don't get it. Did he die? You know, don't do that. Bring him in for consulting reasons.
I should try to do a psychological thriller.
Bring in Neil Gaiman to work on some of Marvel's flagship stuff in continuity.
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman has been working for Marvel off and on. He did the Eternals miniseries not that long ago, but the Eternals are not really tying into the regular Marvel U yet. I know in the new issue of Hulk, the lead character of Eternals is actually fighting Red Hulk.
That's the thing. When DC does a lot of its indie books or books like that, though they understand those are books that don't have to tie in.
You know what else they need to hire?
Those are stories. They go through their run and the story ends. And it's perfect like that. And that's it.
Right, but my point is, those stories are so great, standing alone. Now imagine what that writer can do for an ongoing.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I mean?
We don't have to tie in everything.
But yeah, bring in Neil Gaiman. Bring in Jeff Johns, Bendis, Judd Winnick.
Alan Moore.
If they can get Alan Moore, hell, pay for his haircut and his shave. Yeah, I got $150 to spend.
These guys, they call me for a book. I thought it was all my friends fooling around.
Alan Moore, everybody. But yeah, they did something like that. You know, I have to give him credit, even though he's such a tremendous a-hole, man. I know you're gonna agree with me, Jeff Loeb.
Jeff Loeb.
Jeff Loeb. He is such an a-hole, but his writing is pretty good. I'll give him credit with that. I mean, it doesn't suck.
When you asked him to sign your books.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, he threw yours. That was funny.
Yeah, he threw him to the side.
He's like, so the other day, me and my wife ate some lobster. I'm like, seriously, you jerk? I hope he's not watching this, because I like to do an interview with him and ask him why he's such a dick. I wonder, Jeff, are you going to be at C2E2 this year?
There you go.
I'm just curious. I'm curious. All right, well, we're almost in mid-March now. So, as far as comics, the big summer event, like we said, kicks off.
I didn't like the ending of Hush.
You didn't like the ending of Hush? No, I kind of left you wanting more, but in a bad way.
But that was like this doctor guy. I understand it was like some character you didn't expect.
But it was in a bad way, though. I mean, it's good. You know you did your job when...
Hush should have been Alfred. I'm sorry I hit the table again. Hush should have been Alfred.
I can see that.
Yeah. On some Venom?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Put Alfred on some Venom. There you go. That's why he needed the mask, so you wouldn't get his accent, or else that's it. You figure the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cover his hairline up and.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, the summer for comics pretty much starts with whatever big event is coming out, and like as we said, AVX is the big event for Marvel. So the summer, I guess, for them would start next month. But the summer for us, as movie watchers, doesn't start officially till May 4th with the release of Avengers. Now, I don't know off the top of my head, I don't remember the exact release date for Dark Knight Rises, nor do I remember the release date for Amazing Spider-Man. I just know one's in June, the beginning of June. Batman's in June and Spider-Man's in July. Now, does anybody really care that Amazing Spider-Man's even coming out? You know, I was telling you off camera earlier. I was talking to another, what?
No.
Yeah, they don't. Dude, have you seen, there is a picture in the inside cover of Captain America 7 of the Amazing Spider-Man costume. It's a Crest toothbrush advertisement. But, you know, it's advertising a Spidey toothbrush. Dude, his web shooter looks like a wristwatch. Right? You'll see.
Oh, when he used to have the cartridges?
Yeah.
Instead of the actual
You'll see it somewhere. I haven't decided where, but it's eventually on the screen with me right now. If not, you're just looking at the image and you're listening to my voiceover. But you see what I mean with the whole wristwatch right there? Sucks, doesn't it? Like I said, I was talking to a customer, hey Dave, earlier today, and we were talking about the Avengers versus Batman in movie theaters and what's going to be the bigger film. And he was telling me one way that he remembered, you know, like how I told you when we saw Superman Returns, how I hate a comic book movie if I end up falling asleep through it the first time. One of the good ways he also pointed out is how you're talking about comic book movies, but you forget to mention something. Oh yeah, and then there's this. If it's not powerful enough to stay in your memory, for you to just recall it like that, then obviously there's something off about it. You know what I mean?
I think we also talked about this on one of the early episodes.
Yeah, we touched on it.
This is not a movie for us.
Right, it's a movie for the tweens.
Yeah, that's why it's not
rocking wallet chains and skinny jeans.
This is a movie for the tweens. This is a movie for the next generation.
The Twilight crowd.
Yeah, if you want to call it that. Yeah, it's for the current high school generation. It's just not a movie for us.
Our future is so fucked.
And
Social Security.
the only thing that I like, as far as concept wise, what they got going on, I like that they brought Spider-Man back to high school.
Yeah.
Because so much of the greater stories of Spider-Man happened while he was in high school. I'm fine with that. He should have stayed there a lot longer. In the trilogy, they should have just ended it off with him just still in high school.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. It sounds like they got great writing behind it. It was the guy from 500 Days of Summer.
Okay.
So it might be that saves it in the sense that it's not going to be as cheesy as the Twilight movies, because those things are horrible. When I was taking my my wife and her niece to go see the second movie. I bought a ticket to see something else.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I don't even know what I watched. But was it Twilight?
Yeah, you had to wait for the DVD release for that one.
Yeah, they had a marathon.
But okay, so obviously nobody's really looking forward to Amazing Spider-Man, and just unless you're just some super super hardcore Amazing Spider-Man fan, or unless you're Jim Carrey and you're in love with Emma Stone. Then I mean,
well, she's cute.
No, she's cute, but Jim Carrey kind of took it to that creepy mode.
Weird. He's probably back in crack.
Could be. Fire Marshal Bill has returned.
He did have a problem. It has come back.
So did Whitney Houston. Look how that went. Anyways.
Yeah.
Damn you, Bobby Brown.
No,
it was his prerogative, you know.
No, it was hers too. It was hers too. Own up to your own problems. That's what it is. Yeah.
I should like cue some music.
We should
right
cut
now.
this part and do a dance. Get that fade with that cuts into your hair.
Oh yeah, the Kid and Play fade.
The Kid and Play fade. Yeah, that's what's up.
All right, but okay, so with Amazing Spider-Man out of the way, because nobody really cares about it at this point, which one do you think is going to be the bigger box office smash? Is it going to be the Avengers, or is it going to be the Dark Knight Rises? See, now I have my pros and cons for each.
I actually think that Dark Knight is going to top it.
Really?
It's just been a solid series.
See, that's one of my pros.
And that's
about
what it is.
It's established already.
Yeah.
You know, people kind of know what to direct. It's not like you got a new creative team on it. You don't have new actors in the lead roles. You know, you still got ugly ass Maggie Gyllenhaal.
With
God.
Actually, I'm a fan of Maggie Gyllenhaal. I'm a big fan of hers.
You need stronger glasses. Maybe her acting. Maybe her acting.
No, man.
But dude, how do you go from Katie Holmes? I mean, okay, I'll give it this. Katie Holmes is not as hot as she was pre-Dawson Creek days, but I mean, she was still pretty cute in the first Batman flick. But come on, how do you go from Katie Holmes to Maggie Gyllenhaal?
But she's not the main. It's
bags under her eyes.
Anne Hathaway is the main focus on the next one.
Didn't? Oh yeah, this bitch died, didn't she? I just had to get that out of the way, man. I just thought she was ugly. Now Anne Hathaway, that's one of my Hollywood wives. I got a huge list.
Okay.
She's on there. She's in the top 5.
Another thing.
And if you're listening,
Avengers.
I'm not creepy.
Avengers has a strong possibility of really going toward the cheesy.
Now, are you saying that because of the photo that was posted on our Facebook page with the Captain America versus Loki fist fight?
And also Captain America's costume.
Well, then...
Well, no. It has no. The cheesy could come from the fact that you're dealing with so many characters.
Okay.
A lot of movies when they're dealing with so many characters like that. Not like in X-Men. X-Men, off the bat, you have an idea of who's going to be your first D characters and who's going to be your supporting characters.
Okay.
Avengers, you have a lot of characters that have already had their own movie.
Very true.
So you have a lot of stars.
A lot of egos.
So now maybe there's a good possibility you're going to have a lot of people coming to watch the movie, maybe just for that specific character.
Okay.
Okay. So how are they going to write all these characters? How are they going to deal with them? The way I understand it, and the only way I could actually understand this movie is if they wrap it up as an epic.
Okay.
And stretch it out into the 3 movies, which I believe they talked about they did.
Yeah.
But when I mean epic, I'm talking about how they worked out the Lord of the Rings work.
Well, how did I know you were going there?
No, because it was great. It was
a big
First
epic.
of all, they took it from an already greatly written series. It was fantastically written. But what made it work there is that eventually this fellowship, this big group, gets split up into smaller factions.
Right.
And that's how you deal with that.
Okay.
So let's see how they deal with this. And the picture you're talking about is that scan that was put up on Geek Rest, and then I brought it over to our Facebook page. It's the one where it shows Captain America trying to punch Loki, and Loki stopped his fist.
Right.
I always have an issue with the God mutant type thing.
Okay.
There's in many books, in many comics, in many movies, comic and non-comic. You try to punch the God figure, you're not supposed to even touch him.
Right.
Because he's a god. As a matter of fact, in Thor, regular humans couldn't even see Loki.
Humans.
Yeah.
Humans.
Some of that Spanish tries to break out. Humans, man.